All right, let's go to Baton Rouge. And you know what? This team has had a ton of noise about them this offseason in LSU. Again, the pressure's on Brian Kelly. To some, they have the best quarterback in the country. I like Nuss. I don't think he's the best quarterback in the country, though. Bear, they're 8.5 on the win total. They have, once again, an absolutely insane schedule that not only is insane in the SEC, but starts out on that first Saturday of the year with a monster game with another team we'll talk about in a little bit in the other Death Valley at Clemson. What are your thoughts on LSU going into a year that's make or break for Brian Kelly at this point?
I think this brings up a broader macro discussion with college football, especially when it comes to the SEC with the depth of the league. Like 8-4, 9-3 in the SEC is really good, just because of the depth of these teams. LSU could very easily be sitting there at 9-3 at the end of the year, and they're going to be like the Alabama team was from a year ago, not get in because they just picked up losses throughout the year. But you brought out a Hall in the portal. No, who do you think is the best quarterback in the country if it's not Nussmeier?
I'm going on more of a potential here. When it's all said and done, I think Arch is going to clearly be the best quarterback in the country by the end of the season. Going into the year, boy, it's really difficult because like Beck showed his flaws, Aller showed his flaws, Sellers, you have your questions on. Going like at the current moment, I probably would go Klubnik, but boy, I hate that answer when I say it out loud, Chris.
That's why I asked, because like you go through and
Sam Levitt's another one too. Like how much of that?
Mm-hmm.
How good was Sam Levitt better because he had arguably the best running back in the country by the end of the year?
That's going to be
there are so many because Ohio State and Alabama have questions at quarterback for the first time in a while. It makes it there are about 5 or 6 guys you can make a legitimate argument for.
Yes, I mean, obviously, I think LSU having Nuss is a massive deal. Yeah. But again, you've got Clemson, Florida, Ole Miss. Clemson and Ole Miss are away from home within the first 5 games of the regular season. You go to Alabama, you go to Oklahoma, who we expect will be better. South Carolina and A&M both come to Baton Rouge. Like at plus money, this is a situation where I kind of have to go under the 8.5. I guess in a situation like if I want to get off of this and potentially go over, there's no way they go over without winning it in Clemson week 1. So maybe do I take a little LSU money line if I want to get off of my LSU under 8.5 or plus 128, and maybe they do still wind up going 8-4. Who the hell knows? And I wind up winning both, but. I think it's tough. I think this team has a ton of talent. I think Nussmeier right now would be QB1 in the 2026 draft, but just because of the depth of that league and the way that schedule shakes out, I do have to look at look under there.
It is, again, just looking at the schedule. Clemson, they get Florida. At least they get them in Baton Rouge this year, but then they have to go to Oxford. Then after that, okay, all right, you get South Carolina, who's going to be a good team yet again with a top 7 Heisman favorite. Oh, and then you get to go to Vandy, who's not a pushover anymore. I mean, A&M, right. Alabama, like, boy, poor. I never feel bad for Arkansas for obvious reasons, Bear, but the Hogs might be the sacrificial lamb of the SEC this year when it's all said.
Yeah, I think they might. I think a lot of people thought they were going to be last year, and they wind up performing a little bit better than most people thought.
100%. Let's go to a sacrificial lamb of the Big Ten. Let's go to West Lafayette, Purdue. Barry Odom takes over. Bear, it's 3.5 over. You're laying over $2 now at FanDuel if you want to go under 3.5.